And it is just 4 minutes past noon right now. We're headed out live to Nicole Hernandez. And Nicole, you've been all over Spokane and throughout the inland Northwest this morning. Where are you right now and what are you seeing outside?
So Laura, right now we're at Lincoln Park, and all morning long since I woke up this morning, the snow has not stopped once. It is still falling across Spokane. I brought a ruler with me this morning. I was measuring. We got up to 4 inches in Post Falls was the most we saw this morning. Now we're at almost 6.5 inches of snow here at Lincoln Park on the South Hill, and that snow is still falling. Of course, though, that means we're having bad road conditions. So I'm going to jump in our mobile storm tracker right now, and we are going to head out onto the road real quick to give you a look at what road conditions look like. Here we're on more of a little bit of a side road, not much of a main road, but all of our roads are looking like this, covered in snow. Anywhere you go, pretty much all of our main roads, arterials, all of our side roads, of course our parking lots as well. Those snow plows are trying to keep up, but the snow just keeps falling and coating the entire roadway in snow. So we have very treacherous, slippery driving conditions, and it is just coating the entire inland Northwest right now, left, right, front, back, all of it. Another place that's being affected by this snowy weather, though, is the airport. Spokane International Airport right now, their board has 14 canceled or delayed flights as of just a few minutes ago. The picture you're seeing right now is what the boards looked like just a few hours ago. You can see how many delays that were on that board. Now we're adding a couple of cancellations to the board as of the past few minutes. We were able to speak with one pair of people who were waiting for their friend at the airport earlier this morning.
We're waiting for our friend to show up, but they got turned around. Actually, there's weather kind of sucks right now.
Well, of course, there are some people having some fun with the weather as well. We were just out watching some kids sledding, making some giant snowmen. You might have seen the giant snowman behind me in that first shot earlier before I jumped in the storm tracker. But either way, if you do have to be out on the roads today, make sure you're going slowly, leaving room between you and other people, and ultimately, if you can, try to avoid the roads altogether. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
Nicole, thank you very much. And the kids are certainly enjoying the day off. Many of them, of course, home from school today. The drivers, not as much. We go now to KREM 2's Tim Pham. Tim has been outside all morning long on those messy roads. Lots of accidents out there, Tim, and one took a snowplow out of service, at least for some time.
Yeah, it did, Laura. And that causes a big problem for WSDOT and really any agency that runs different snow plows throughout our region, because they need every single one of those plows to deal with a storm like this. We're in downtown Spokane right now on Riverside and Lincoln. You can see, look at the road right now. You can see they went over this area at least once, but this thick stuff right here, it's making it difficult for cars that are maybe a little bit lower to the ground. We've seen people out here with shovels having to dig their cars out of the roadway here in downtown Spokane, but this is something that we're experiencing all over. WSDOT telling us that they began working as early as 3 a.m. removing the snow, but they pre-treated the roads last night even, and they have not stopped. They essentially are working in 12-hour shifts right now to make sure that all of our interstates and highways are a-okay. But earlier this morning, as you mentioned, Laura, we're told that Sir Plows-A-Lot, one of the plows from WSDOT, was hit by a vehicle traveling way too close.
Unfortunately, we actually just had a plow strike on the North Spokane corridor near Farwell Road. One of our plows was plowing and a driver was going too fast, tried to pass, and clipped that plow. So now we are unfortunately down a plow because of this incident.
And new at noon here, we're told that Sir Plows-A-Lot is actually back in service, which is good news, of course, because with a storm system like this, it's not just plowing over the interstates and freeways once. It's going to take multiple times. And that was something that both the county and the city of Spokane told us, that they were going to have to focus on those priority 1 areas multiple times in a situation like this. So again, Laura, we're going to keep following this all afternoon. You can keep watching KREM 2 News at noon and KREM 2 First at 4 for the latest team coverage on this snowstorm. Laura?
Tim, thanks to you and the Up with KREM crew. They worked very hard this morning. And so we saw the South Hill, we saw downtown, And now let's talk about North Spokane, also expecting over a foot of snow. KREM 2's Nathan Hyun is live right now with road conditions at this hour. And Nathan, where are you exactly and what are you dealing with in terms of the roads?
Yeah, Laura, we're here in Deer Park right now, and the snow has picked up a lot since even when we got here about an hour ago. And since that time, we've seen another 2 inches of snow added. And we thought that it wasn't going to be too busy up here, but even in this lot, there's been a lot of cars driving through. This coffee shop right here has been pretty busy with cars driving and getting coffee. And on Highway 395, you can see just how much snow is on the road. We did see some plows, but with just the amount of snow coming down, cars were moving at almost 40 miles per hour. And fortunately, we didn't see any spinouts or crashes either. And as we were driving north to Deer Park, about 5 miles south of Deer Park, we saw about a foot of snow, and that's when the road started to get less plowed. And also the visibility got a lot lower as we started to drive more north. Live in Deer Park, Nathan Hyun, KREM 2 News.
All right, Nathan, we appreciate you reporting. Be very careful out there. I love that you picked to be in front of a coffee shop because people need their coffee regardless of what the weather is like. So be very, very careful, you and the crew.